Welcome to Legend Lore 24. Discover the mysterious myths of mythology, meet powerful gods and heroes through vivid stories. Hit subscribe and the notification bell so you don't miss any exciting videos. Start your mythological journey now.
The next 5 stories in the best series of Greek mythology tales.
Cecrops, the first king of Attica, had named his city Cecropia after himself. However, the gods of Olympus, captivated by this beautiful land, desired to name it after themselves and become its patron. The two most determined rivals were Poseidon, the god of the sea, and Athena, the goddess of wisdom. To resolve their dispute, Zeus decreed that each would present a gift to the city, and the people of Cecropia would decide which gift was superior, thus choosing the city's patron. On a sunny day, Cecrops and the city's residents climbed a high hill to witness the gods presenting their gifts. Poseidon went first. He struck a rock with his trident, causing a spring of water to burst from the ground, symbolizing his promise of water and protection from drought. However, the water tasted salty, like the sea over which Poseidon ruled, and the people were not enchanted by it. Next, it was Athena's turn. She struck the ground with her spear, and a beautiful olive tree sprang forth. The citizens preferred this gift, as the tree provided food, oil, and firewood. Consequently, Athena became the patroness of the city, and it was named Athens in her honor, according to Greek mythology. The hill where the gods presented their gifts was the Acropolis Hill. There remains an olive tree there, and some say it is the very tree that Athena gifted to the ancient Athenians. You can discover more exciting stories about the Acropolis on an Acropolis mythology tour.
7. Theseus and the Minotaur. In Greek mythology, the story of Theseus and the Minotaur begins with the death of Androgeos, the son of King Minos of Crete, who was treacherously killed while in Athens. Seeking revenge, Minos demanded that the Athenians send several youths to Crete every 7 or 9 years to be devoured by the Minotaur, a terrifying creature that was half man and half bull. These young Athenians were thrown into a dark labyrinth filled with arcades and dead ends, wandering aimlessly until the Minotaur would find and kill them. Theseus, the son of Aegeus, the king of Athens, could not bear this humiliation and volunteered to be one of the 7 young men sent to the labyrinth for the 3rd time. Upon arriving in Crete, he met Minos' daughter, Ariadne, and the two fell in love. Ariadne gave Theseus a ball of thread, known as Ariadne's thread, and advised him to tie one end to the entrance of the labyrinth and unravel it as he ventured inside. This way, he could find his way back out after killing the Minotaur. Theseus entered the dark maze, holding the thread, and managed to find and kill the Minotaur by cutting off its head, ending Minos' demand for blood. Following Ariadne's thread, Theseus successfully found his way back to the exit. He then took Ariadne with him, and they set sail for Athens. On their journey, they stopped at the island of Naxos to celebrate their love. However, while on the island, the god Dionysus appeared in Theseus' dream and told him that Ariadne was destined to stay on Naxos and become his wife. Obeying the god's command, Theseus left the island without Ariadne. She remained on Naxos and married Dionysus, while Theseus returned to Athens. The two lovers never met again. 8. Daedalus and Icarus. The labyrinth in King Minos' palace was designed by a famous inventor and engineer, Daedalus. It is said that Athena herself taught Daedalus. King Minos commissioned Daedalus and his son Icarus to construct the labyrinth that would hold the monster Minotaur. After finishing their work, King Minos imprisoned the father and son inside the labyrinth in an effort to prevent knowledge of his labyrinth from spreading to the public. Father and son thought hard about how to escape until Daedalus came up with an idea. They gathered many feathers from birds and glued them together with wax, thus making 4 large wings. They tied the wings to each shoulder and fled from the island of Crete. Daedalus had warned Icarus not to fly close to the sun because the wax would melt. After passing the island of Delos, the boy, forgetting himself, flew high towards the sun. The hot sun softened the wax that held the feathers together, and Icarus fell into the sea and drowned. Daedalus named the place where his son fell Icaria, in his memory. 9. The myth of King Aegeus. The legend has it that before Theseus left for the palace of King Minos in Crete to kill the Minotaur, Aegeus, his father and king of Athens, asked him to change the sails of his ship from black to white on his return home so that he would know that he survived. Aegeus waited patiently in Sunio to see his son's ship return and the color of its sails. Although Theseus killed the Minotaur and escaped the labyrinth safely, he forgot to change his sails to white. Seeing the ship with the black sails, Aegeus thought that his beloved son had been killed. Sadness and grief filled his heart and mind, and without waiting to get the news from the men on the boats, he fell from the rocks of Sunio into the sea below. Since then, the sea has been called the Aegean in his memory, and his son, Theseus, became the king of Athens. 10. Perseus and the Gorgon Medusa. Another famous tale from Greek mythology is the killing of the terrifying Gorgon Medusa by the great hero Perseus. Perseus was a demigod, the son of the Olympian god Zeus and the mortal woman Danae. Perseus sought to kill Medusa, the only mortal among the three monstrous sisters. Instead of hair, Medusa had living venomous snakes on her head, and anyone who looked into her eyes would immediately turn to stone. With the help and wisdom of the goddess Athena, Perseus approached the monster by looking at her reflection in a shield and cut off her head.